From Peoria, VideoMax Limited presents Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Christina Colosimo and Brett Lemick. Our news anchors, Jennifer French and Tierney Modulin. News interviewer, Nafia Khan. Sports anchor, Sam Mangieri. Sports reporter, Cody Brutlay. Get real with Blaze Felty. In the spotlight with Sandra Hollywood Hall. Mind, Body, and Soul with Afton Hallauer. Street Team with Seth Johnson. About Town with Sarah Dorn. Becca Waneen says, let's eat. And State of the Arts is with Sherry Ellis. And now, from America's friendliest city, Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Christina and Brett. Take it away, kids.
Hey, thanks for tuning in and joining us today. The teleprompter's not running. Just kidding, it is April Fool's Day, and I got you. That's one of many. Get used to it. I'm Brett Lemick.
And I'm Christina Colosimo.
And you've just been had.
I really did. I was like, for a second there, I was like, wait, what's going on? Huh?
Yeah, I didn't tell you about it because
Yeah, I know.
I thought it'd be better to spur of the moment.
I'm horrible when it comes to practical jokes. I'm terrible. I believe everything anyone ever tells me. If you were like, you know,
what was written on the ceiling.
Yeah, if you were like, I have like this rare skin disease. It's called like hemophilia. I would be like, oh my gosh,
is there a cure for
okay?
I don't think I really prank with diseases. That's a little too far.
Right,
but
right.
I don't know, little things here and there. See,
Right.
it's hard for today, for April Fool's Day, April 1st, because I pull pranks all the time. So especially today, all my friends are just like staying clear of me.
Now, you realize everybody out there is going through their day right now being like, shoot, it was April Fool's. They're going through their day being like, that was a joke, wasn't it?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Or what's worse is, which this has happened like maybe a couple years ago, like I'm going to bed at the end of April Fool's Day and nothing was different. It was just the child in me just died a little.
Boring. That's boring. What, did you ever pull April Fool's jokes on family members or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. There's you can buy those lottery tickets that say you're winners and stuff like that, they go ballistic.
Yeah.
They're realistic.
Yeah.
There's always the simple thing when you're a kid and you put the bucket full of stuff like.
See, I never did that. I always short-sheeted the beds though.
What? I've always heard about that. I've never.
It's like, I don't even know how to do it. My friend Michelle would always have to do it with me because I never could do it on my own.
Do you actually cut
Michelle
sheets?
did it. No. You just take them and the way you fold them on the bed. So like when you're getting in, you're pushing against the sheet. And you're like, what the heck is wrong with my sheet?
All
And
right,
it's really
you're going to have to show me that.
yeah.
But first, I'd like to see news with Jennifer and Tierney.
Thanks, Brett and Christina, and welcome to Midstate News. I'm Jennifer French.
Good evening. I'm Tierney Modulin. With the new month comes the new opportunity to dedicate time to a worthy cause. Relay for Life kicks off this April. The event takes place on Olin Quad the 18th and the 19th. Some involved with the event discuss why they relay.
The main reason is for people who they've experienced cancer in their families or friends, or they're just interested in funding the research.
I hopefully would like to participate a lot, be on different committees, and get the experience of the different aspects of relay.
If you're interested in getting involved, check out Relay's website, or you can email the local chapter at relayforlifebradleyu.com.
The city of Peoria looks to rebrand itself. City Council recently authorized Converse Marketing to replace the city's logo. Along with the logo, the company will include a booklet that instructs the city on how to best utilize the logo. Converse was responsible for the Civic Center logo.
Peoria's efforts to save the Illinois River have come to a pause due to withholding of federal funds to 98 soil and water conservation districts in Illinois. Statewide farmers and landowners have to shut down their projects to keep soil out of watersheds, leading to federal funds granted to other states. The Association of Soil and Water Conservation Districts only have seen about $1.667 million out of the $7.556 million budgeted for this fiscal year that is already 75% over.
An East Peoria native is on his way to Washington for a national-wide spelling bee. Kyle Moo, a student at Dunlap Middle School, won the competition of the Grand Final Bee with the word ocelot. Kyle will compete in Washington, D.C. at the end of May in the Scripps National Spelling Bee.
We go now to Sam Mangieri with sports. What's going on, Sam?
Thanks, Tierney. This week in sports is all about college basketball. We are right in the middle of March Madness, and so far it's been just as the name states, madness. The first 2 rounds surprised fans and some gamblers across the nation as 2 number 2 seeded teams, Duke and Georgetown, were knocked out. This was just the start of the excitement, however, because this past weekend narrowed it all the way down to an Elite 8 bracket that has surprised everyone. Put quite simply, this year's Final Four and championship games will be some you just cannot miss. But that's not the only buzz around college basketball. This year marks the dawn of a new tournament, the College Basketball Invitational, also referred to as the CBI. The idea behind this tournament is to offer a postseason tournament to the teams that deserve one, even if they didn't make it to the NCAA or NIT tourneys. Although this is a smaller tournament than the other two, with only 16 teams competing, we can still take pride in the fact that our very own Braves have already knocked out the Midwest section of the tournament. With the first winner of the CBI still up in the air, some may be wondering who the first teams were to ever win the other 2 tournaments. The answer? Oregon took the NCAA cake in 1939, and Temple was the first to win the NIT in 1938. That does it for sports. Now let's throw it back to Tierney with the news. Tierney?
Thanks, Sam. Financial profiles done by Illinois Board of Education have placed 2 Tri-County area schools in the worst categories. The Riverview District in Woodford County was put on financial watch after seeing no improvement since last year. Also, Peoria District 150 received a financial early warning, advancing 1 level from last year's financial watch. Overall, the profile for this year was better than last, placing fewer schools in the lowest category of financial watch. We hand it over now to Dr. Greg Pitts for his career tip of the week. Dr. Pitts?
Read. You've got to read to know about the field in which you aspire to work. Now, I've talked to you before about knowing some things about the company that you're applying with, but look more broadly at the field where you're going to work so that you know not only about that particular employer, but you think overall, what's it like in the industry? Again, you don't have to be an expert in everything, but what an employer wants to know, are you curious? Do you know a few things already about the job? Or do I literally, if I hire you, have to start from square one? Do you bring a few positive things from your classes? Do you bring some sense of curiosity about the business, indicating to me that you really want to succeed in this business? You know, that's part of the sales job. And the best way that you can ensure that you succeed in selling yourself is to be able to understand the industry and be able to speak intelligently to the person interviewing you. Anticipate some questions, anticipate some issues that you'll want to discuss. Be informed.
Today marks the beginning of the month and April Fool's Day.
In celebration of the day, we bring you the world's dumbest criminal.
A Chicago man stopped at a muffler store March 25th demanding cash when told that the only manager who could open up the safe had yet to come in. The man opted to give employees his cell phone number.
Right.
He then instructed employees to call him when the manager returned.
Before calling the brilliant criminal, employees chose to dial 911. The man returned to the shop and was apprehended.
Imagine that. While that was a true story, we're not really your true anchors, so.
You can tell me with my fumbles.
Well, thanks for joining us this evening.
Your real anchors are back, and I'm glad that you probably missed us, so.
Unlike me, I've actually went on strike, so Brett and Christina will routinely replace me.
Have a nice evening.
And happy April Fools.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
I don't know who that bearded guy doing news now. He's attractive. I mean.
He was very attractive. I don't know who that girl was who can't read or talk or lots of.
That was good. I liked it.
You know, I think that one.
Sorry.
I think they're all laughing. They're like, you can't read? You can't read a teleprompter?
They should try here for like one day.
They should,
Maybe
tell
next
ya.
time.
Golly gee.
We are talking about April Fools today.
We are. And apparently Jennifer's on strike, no?
Yes, I guess so.
Yeah,
We'll
okay.
see next week.
Right.
A year from now, from last year, April Fools came, and one of the guys in my fraternity called up my roommate at the time and said, listen, dude, I'm really sorry I backed up in your car in the parking lot. And we're like, what? And so we're just like trying to figure out, like, do we need to take it here? Do we need to take it?
Right.
And then I realized it's April 1st.
April Fools, yes.
So I was just like, whatever, he's playing a joke on it. And then we started planning things that were going to get him back or whatever, and we still weren't back at the house yet. And so when
so
we,
you didn't,
yeah.
so you weren't at the house at the time?
No,
that
we
got
weren't.
The phone call.
So we're wondering, what are we going into?
Right.
And we're ready to, like, you know, pull a bunch of pranks on him. And we get back to the house, and there's a dent in the back of his car. So it had to happen on April 1st.
Ouch,
But
ouch.
it gave you a little bit of hope that it didn't happen.
Right. Nope, sorry.
Imagine if that happened in the real world. Like, I couldn't I couldn't help but to like pull pranks if I was like a cop or maybe a teacher, just like,
and hence is why you will not
give
be
people
a
tickets.
cop. Right.
Well, that's why I'm not doing
Right.
that. But why don't we go to Mind, Body, and Soul with Mark Queck. I think my mic is a little bit.
Sick of doing the same workout routine? Want to try something new? I'm here with Brooke Cloyd, a Pilates instructor here at Bradley, and she's going to give me a little information about this new workout craze. So let's go.
Well, it's really easy to do, and it doesn't really cost anything. You can do it on your own and follow CDs, or you can just look at a book and do the moves, and it's virtually has no cost at all. It's really easy to pick up, so if you just come to one class, you can just catch on and start right there. And then go all the way back, one vertebrae.
Brooke took me through some so-called easy routines, which they really weren't for me. Pilates roll, which worked on the core.
And then you're going to inhale and exhale. Peel yourself up off the ground. And if you
And side series, which worked on the legs.
resistance, you just bring it up and down. You don't really sweat that much while you're doing it, but you still feel like you get a workout. So you can just do it when you have a break from work, like lunch hour or something like that.
Oh, my back! Oh, I've been Mark Queck with Mind, Body, and Soul. Back to you, Pret and Christina.
So, you're correcting Mark.
No, he was like, oh, my back. And so I said, that's why you lift with your torso, because you lift like you're supposed to use these muscles, which I don't have them.
What do you do with your arms?
And then, no, well, it depends where they're at. You're not supposed to lift with your back. Naughty, naughty, naughty.
I don't know
I
this.
talk like I know what I'm doing, but I don't.
I see you at the Riverplex. I see you working out.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Do a little Pilates.
Yeah, flab rolling around, flumping everywhere.
Yes.
It's good stuff.
I was telling you the other day about Improv Anywhere.
Oh, right.
All right, they are an awesome improv group that makes me wish I were in New York so I can join in on some of their,
Out of
jokes.
New York City or New York, like the state of New York in another different part?
One of the two.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's New York City.
Okay.
And they just get together, and they're an awesome improv group, but they also do this side stuff, which is, it's insane. They all dress up in khakis and blue polos.
Okay.
Like 50 of them and all their friends and whoever else wants to join in, and they all just go into Best Buy, and everyone looks like a Best Buy employee. That was one thing they've done, and the cops were actually called.
And where did you find out about them?
Just online. You can look them up on YouTube, and there's all of them went into, I think, just a train station, or they've also done it at a hardware store.
Okay.
And they just moved really slow for 2 minutes, and they all worked with timers, and it was very precise. It's very cool.
So instead of getting on the stage and doing it, they immerse themselves in the community.
I'll tell you more about that. It's really cool. But why don't we first go to Get Real with Blaze Felty.
Simon Pegg of Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead co-writes and stars in David Schwimmer's directorial debut.
Dennis was an ordinary guy who made one really big mistake.
You have been trying to get through to Libby for 5 years now.
What is her problem?
You left her at the altar when she was pregnant.
Prat. That was ages ago.
Women remember that stuff.
Dennis, this is Rick.
Now a new man has captured Libby's heart.
He's a good man. I mean, he runs marathons for charity, for Pete's sake.
Dennis would do anything to get Libby back.
I can change. I will run the marathon.
What?
No matter how crazy it is.
The one that Whit's doing, I'll run that, and I'll finish it.
Come on, you've never finished anything in your entire life.
I'm running.
You ready?
Ready.
Dennis will have to give it all he's got to win back the woman of his dreams. There'll definitely be bumps, bruises, scrapes, and scabs along the way.
You here? I'm the assistant coach.
Why'd you get to be assistant coach?
Because I'm this petulant. Ow!
But in the end, Dennis will become the man he always knew he was.
As you get older, you're going to realize there are a lot of things that you don't like. And when those things happen, you can't just run away.
Is that what you do, Dad?
Not anymore.
How much fun? It's a little tiny 9 miles.
Run, fat boy, run.
Not as crazy as you might expect, but this Win the Girl Back comedy offers laughs and entertainment throughout. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Blaze Felty.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
I do too. You know, it really has been getting, it's been getting decent reviews. It's kind of like that whole British humor in there once in a while.
It's my type of humor. I like that.
Yeah, I know. I want to see it.
Usually British is more dry humor.
Right. A little subdued. It's not as
I enjoy all of it.
out there as much as, you know.
I want you to tell me about an April Fool's story. You were mentioning something earlier. Is it that bad?
Okay, so when I was a kid, my younger sister Diana and I, every year we used to cry on April Fools because we hated practical jokes.
Okay.
And my cousin Johnny and Chad, for some reason, it would always be like spring break time. That's where April Fools would fall when we were kids.
Alright.
So we'd always be on spring break vacation, and you know, the whole family would go. And my cousins, every year, always something.
They were just
if it
obsessed
wasn't,
with it?
oh my goodness. Some, you know, one year they put a frog in Diana's suitcase and it hopped out and she was crying,
That's
and
just
then I
mean.
started to cry, and it was just terrible. But you know, the one thing I think that all men seem to hate is the silicone wrap around the
saran wrap?
The saran wrap, thank you.
Yeah.
Around the toilet seat, because we all know what happens.
Yeah, that's never been done to me, but
Yeah.
I was always the youngest out of like 3 boys,
Right.
and I had 2 older brothers, and they would just beat me up, and then on April Fool's they got to claim that it was whatever.
There you go.
I'd like to go to Street Team with Seth Johnson.
April Fools is a time to play pranks on those closest to you. My personal favorite was a sandwich made of dog food I managed to get my younger brother to eat. Fantastically fiendish April Fooler Seth Johnson here and the Bradley Quad, here to talk to some folks about life's great mysteries. Let's figure out what everybody knows about April Fool's Day. Let's go!
Dog feet. I think newspaper.
Corn. Like rat tails, I believe.
What are hot dogs made out of?
Nasty meat.
Just trying to get back to the nest.
To make a buck.
I was looking for nuts.
I believe we were searching for some grain.
To get to the other side.
Michael Vick. I don't know, man. Should we get out of here?
The Baja Men, right? I thought that was a joke.
I was unaware of it.
Didn't that only happen for like a day or something?
Yeah, my grandma.
Oh, no, that would just be absolutely horrible. I could never do something that mean.
I'm glad these people aren't my friends. It's all fun and games until someone loses an eye or eats way too much dog food. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Seth Johnson here at the Bradley Quad. Back to you in the studio.
That's pretty funny.
I thought that was hilarious.
I remember the commercials about the Whopper.
The
and
Whopper commercials, everybody has to remember those because it was like a whole marketing gimmick.
For a whole day, they
Yeah,
they
and
were
people
out
would be
of
like,
them.
what? Well, where am I going to eat? What am I going to do now?
It's
That's
the
all
end
I
of the
want.
world.
Yeah. Oh, so funny. That's
Now,
a good
if you
practical
actually
joke.
look today, on April 1st, if you look at some of your favorite websites, if you go to collegehumor.com, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but
Okay.
there's
some good
it's,
stuff on
it's
there?
not the average site. When you actually go to the main site,
Okay.
it's a little bit different. I remember last year was pretty good, but
All right.
this year was definitely.
So you have not checked it though yet today?
I have.
Oh, you have.
And it's
so
great.
It's good stuff.
I'm not going to ruin it
So
for
now
you.
everyone's, don't go after the show. Don't do it right now though.
All right, yes.
Yeah. But you know what? It's so funny to me because I feel like sometimes you're really right. You were saying earlier people forget that it's April Fools.
Yeah.
So, you know, what are you going to do? But I'm waiting for I'm waiting next time I stand up and sit down. I just know that whoopee cushion is going to be there.
Of course.
And
See,
then
you
I'm
have to
just gonna be all
remind people it's April
embarrassed.
Fools by, hurting them emotionally with
Right.
pranks.
That's very kind of you, Brett.
Like for people who didn't know what to do, you just, freeze a can of shaving cream
Oh,
and
gosh.
then you take it out and let it defrost
We used
somewhere.
to do that when we were kids, but like that's technically considered vandalism, so that's not
Vandalism,
really good.
pranks, whatever.
Yeah, that's
I'd say
not
if
really
you're
good.
gonna do vandalism or theft, not saying I approve of that.
No!
Do it on April 1st. Just kidding, kids. Don't do that.
Yeah, please don't.
But
Please
instead,
don't.
why don't we go in the spotlight with Sandra Hall?
Hello everyone and welcome to In the Spotlight with me, Sandra Hollywood Hall. This week I'm going to bring you all the latest and juiciest Hollywood gossip that you've been waiting to hear. Our first tidbit comes courtesy of Fergie, aka Stacey Ferguson, who has had a stellar career ever since she broke away from the Black Eyed Peas. But she's going to have to put that budding career on hold because it's finally been confirmed that she's in fact pregnant. Fergie and her fiance, actor Josh Duhamel, are expecting their first child together, and it looks like these two will have an extra bundle of joy to share in their future wedding. The next bit of information combines the joining of two hip-hop and R&B powerhouses, Rihanna and Chris Brown. These two have been recently spotted everywhere from London to Rihanna's hometown in Barbados. but it's the seriousness of their relationship that is so intriguing. Sporting a huge diamond on her finger lately, it seems that the 19-year-old Chris Brown are taking it to the altar. Let's just hope these two lovebirds can live happily ever after. Trust me, everyone, I have saved the best for last. Although the bitter divorce battle in the courts is over for Heather Mills and Beatles' Paul McCartney, I guess true love never dies. After being spotted together all over London, the couple has announced they're a couple again. After surprising all the Britain, Mills and McCartney love said they just want to give true love another chance. Well, that's all I have for you in this week's edition of In the Spotlight. I hope you enjoyed the Hollywood Gossip exclusive I just gave you. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Happy April Fool's Day. If you haven't caught on yet, everything I just said was gossip, heavily exaggerated. But if you still haven't gotten your gossip fix, I recommend checking out Perez Hilton's over-the-top website at www.perezhilton.com or watching E's newest show, Pop Fiction, Sunday nights, where the celebrities turn the tables on the paparazzi. Don't worry, next week you can definitely count on me to keep you in the know within the spotlight. Back to you, Christina and Brett.
You just got Christina.
All right. You know, I am a gossip
No, you were telling me.
monger, right? So all of a sudden, she goes, she's pregnant. I'm like, that's not been confirmed. Those are rumors. Then she talks about those two getting engaged. And then, you know,
Then
the
you do.
all-out
See, you should've
Melissa
talked
and
to-
Paul back together.
Should have
I
talked
mean,
to Sandra before the show, then you would find out the gossip.
Let's be honest. Those two aren't getting back together if their lives depended on it.
No. The only
So
thing
she really
between the
did
two
have
are
me.
money.
I know, I'm telling you though. At first I was like, she's gonna get in trouble. That's not true. That's not true. And you know, my dumb brain didn't really put
See,
two and
I'm
two
not
together.
up to par on all the gossip, so it would have
It's
gotten
sad.
me.
It's so sad that I am though. That's horrid.
Well, I mean, you're a girl, so I guess it's allowed.
No, it's sad. It's like
At what age should you not know about gossip anymore? I don't know.
At what age should you start to know about Hollywood gossip? The thing is that
15.
Why do we care? Why do I care about what's going on in, you know, in Rihanna's
Why do people
life?
care about watching us?
That's-
Because I have a beard and you have a golden dress. That's why. And because you have a laugh that's very funny on April Fool's Day.
Thanks, buddy.
You know what? If I weren't me, I'd totally watch this show because I just love Midstate Magazine and I'm a big suck up.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I'm a little kooky because April Fools.
Is this April Fool's?
Yeah.
Are you like trying to tell me?
I hate my job. I want to quit. Actually, see you
April
later.
Fools. Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right, that's good. That's good. I can do it without
I have
you.
nowhere else to go, so I'm just going to stay here and do nothing.
I know. You know what I'm sad though that she didn't report on, and that I'm just gonna throw it out there for a quick second. That my dear friend Chiqueezy got voted off of American Idol.
You know what? I don't like Chiqueezy, so we're going to go to the State of the Arts with Sherry Ellis.
Thanks, Brett and Christina. Welcome to another edition of State of the Arts. I'm your host, Sherry Ellis. Today we have a special visitor. Mr. Royce Elliott is here to perform some of his stand-up for our April Fool's show. Mr. Elliott, thank you so much for being here today.
Glad to be here.
Thanks. So when did you realize you wanted to be a comedian? Were you like the class clown or the jokester of the family?
That's right. And in college, I started doing sports banquets on the weekends for whatever I could get, $25 for all the chicken I could eat. But yeah, then I finally got started as an avocation after I got out of school and ended up making a career out of it.
Okay, so who are some of the people you've opened for?
Randy Travis and Barbara Mandrell and Lou Rawls and Conway Twitty, Melissa Manchester. So quite a few.
Yeah, impressive. So where can we find you at? Are you performing at any local clubs or anything?
No, I don't do much locally. Now I'm doing a lot of corporate shows, you know, like for Caterpillar and Budweiser. When they have a big national sales convention, I do those. And I still do some theaters around the country. So, still traveling.
All right, thanks. Well, let's hear some of your comedy.
Okay, thanks a lot. Been kind of a strange week. The other day, a guy told me I'm so short you can see my feet on my driver's license. My little grandson said, "Grandpa, can you make a noise like a frog?" I said, "What do you want me to do that for?" He said, "Mom, so when you croak, we get to go to Disneyland." I've been traveling all over the place. You see some strange things traveling. I saw a cop pull a guy over and said, "Your wife fell out of the car 4 blocks ago, buddy." He said, "Thank God, I thought I went deaf." Another cop pulled this woman over, said, "You know you're doing 89 miles an hour?" She said, "That's what it said on the sign." He said, it's a route sign. He said, by the way, how come your husband's shaking like that? She said, we just came off of 116. This cop pulled a guy over, said, you coasted through that stop sign, buddy. I'm going to have to give you a ticket. You didn't come to a complete stop. Guys, what's the difference? I slowed down. There's nobody around. Slow down, stop. What's the difference? Cop said, you want me to show you the difference between slow down and stop? Started beating the guy in the head with his nightstick. He's now, you want me to slow down? You want me to stop? My manager's traveling. He's a great guy, a little slow sometimes. His wife called him on the car phone one day and said, be careful driving today. I heard on the radio there's a guy going the wrong way on the expressway. Billy said, looks more like 100 of them. Him and his wife were driving around Florida last year, and Billy said, well, we finally made it to Kissimmee. His wife said, it's Kissimmee. He said, Kissimmee. She said, Kissimmee. They got in a big argument. Billy said, I'll tell you what, we'll pull in here and get a Coke. I'll ask one of the natives. We'll clear this up right now. They pulled in and got a Coke. Billy asked the young girl, he said, could you tell us how to pronounce where we are right now and say it real slow? She said, yes, Burger King. When I went to school with Billy, he was in 8th grade for 2 terms, Truman and Eisenhower. Brought his report card home with 4 F's and a D, and his dad said, you're spending too much time on one subject. Billy was a great athlete in school. One day the professor called the coach in and said, Billy's not going to be eligible for the big game Saturday. I just caught him cheating on the exams. Coach said he wouldn't do that. He's a hard-working boy. I know the family. Besides that, he's our best player, and we need him bad. Professor, I'll tell you what, he sat next to the smartest kid in the class. Look at the first 6 answers. They're exactly the same. Look at answer number 7. Smartest kid in the class wrote, I don't know the answer, and Billy put me neither. Billy was roaring down the highway one day, and a pig jumped out of a livestock truck. He chased him down, threw him in a car, and flagged the cop down. He said, what's I do with the pig? Cop said, take him to the zoo. Next day, the same cop saw Billy roaring down the road, pigs in the front seat with a ball hat on looking around. Cop pulled him over. So I thought I told you to take that pig to the zoo. He said, I did. We had so much fun today. We're going to 6 Flags. Billy, you can't take him anyplace, you know, he's a goofy. Him and his cousin were talking. He said, I think I'll sell my car. He said, you can't sell that car. It's got 200,000 miles on it. At least turn the speedometer back. Saw him a couple days later, just sell your car? He said, I'm not going to sell it now. It's only got 50,000 on it. That's about it. Thanks.
Thanks. That's it for this week's edition of Say the Arts. I'm Sherry Ellis. Back to you, Brett and Christina.
Nice.
I love him.
I enjoyed it. You have a crush on him.
I really do. I thought he was hilarious. I just couldn't stop laughing.
See, humor, that's a big thing girls like.
I know. We do like that, don't we?
Yes. I just got news in from the studio that there's a motorcycle for sale.
Oh.
Just called Bob Jacobs. I don't know what that's about, but.
Oh, okay. That's
all right.
good. That'll
It's
be
a
really
Harley.
good. Oh, wow. I
So.
heard it was, what, like $100 or something like that? Or $150 was it? $159?
It says highest bidder, so.
Highest bidder? Okay.
I think we'll start at $1.
Oh, good. That should be fun.
If you're just tuning in, it is April Fool's Day, and our executive producer is not selling his motorcycle and does not plan to anytime soon.
No.
But he does plan to hit me upside the head.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting rid of that anytime soon.
No.
I'm not going to lie.
He just looks too cool on it, you know?
Yeah, he does. Vroom, vroom, right?
Yeah, because he loves when we talk about him on set. He's an important guy. I just feel, you know, that I should suck up to him the best because he gives me the grades.
That's right. That's a really good point there,
Yes.
Brett.
See?
That's a good point. So do you have any plans for the rest of the night?
I don't know. Maybe.
Take
I
me
don't know.
out?
I'll take you out.
Really?
Somewhere fancy like McDonald's. But until next time, if you're not watching us,
You're not watching much. Have
see
a
you
good
next
night.
time.